If a human gets a deep cut, we are instantly paralyzed by agony. We scream, we stop, and we seek help. But when an apex predator suffers a brutal injury in the wild, they don't even flinch. Why? For decades, we projected our own human emotions onto animals, assuming they process suffering exactly like we do. But modern neuroscience has revealed a terrifying and fascinating truth about the predator brain. To understand this, we have to separate nociphysia from pain. Nociphysia is the raw data, the physical nervous system registering damage. Pain, however, is an emotional and psychological experience created in the brain. When an apex predator is injured during a hunt or a fight, their highly evolved brains essentially firewall the emotional processing of pain. The physical damage is registered, but the emotional suffering is entirely muted. This is triggered by a massive, evolutionary cocktail of survival chemicals. The moment violence begins, the predator's brain floods its system with natural opioids. This chemical override is a mandatory survival mechanism. If a wolf stopped to nurse a bruised rib while chasing its only meal of the week, the entire pack would starve. Hunger completely rewires their pain threshold. But there is an even darker, more calculated reason they hide their agony. In the wild kingdom, showing weakness is an immediate death sentence. The moment an apex predator acts injured, they are not mindless robots, but they are biological tanks engineered for one specific purpose: to survive at all costs. Their minds are fortified fortresses where pain is simply data to be ignored. They instantly transform from the hunter into the hunted. Rivals will attack, and scavengers will swarm. Therefore, evolution has programmed them to display absolute dominance, even while bleeding out. But there is one predator that takes this to absolute extremes: the honey badger. A creature that treats venomous bites like a minor emollients.
Their nerve receptors physically mutated over millions of years to block the paralyzing pain signals of deadly neurotoxins.
Even in the ocean, predators like sharks possess a cartilage skeleton that processes physical trauma completely differently than mammals. We often see wild predators missing entire limbs, yet they continue to hunt with terrifying efficiency, as if the injury never happened.
But this chemical firewall has a strict time limit. Once the hunt ends and the adrenaline levels finally drop,
The brain forces the animal into a deep, coma-like recovery state, shutting down non-essential functions to heal the physical tissue. Interestingly, while their brains block physical agony, neuroscience shows that many apex predators do process deep emotional stress and loss. Human pain is actually a luxury of a safe society. We cry out in agony because we subconsciously know that help is coming. But in the wild kingdom, there are no hospitals, no medics, and absolutely no sympathy for the weak. For the apex predator, pain is not suffering. It is simply a silent compass, guiding them to survive another brutal day. The wild is brutal, and its kings are built different. Uncover the raw truth of the animal kingdom and hit subscribe for more predator secrets.